Hi everyone, Alchemist here. Today, I want to talk about darkness and racism in the occult. This is a subject that I want to share with you to clarify certain things because I noticed that a lot of people are confused when it comes to darkness and its meaning in the occult, but there's a lot of racist connotations. I'm going to start with darkness. We have dark and light. They're both necessary for understanding the spiritual realm. The underworld is dark. The prima materia in alchemy is dark. Space is dark. We have dark matter and dark energy. It's what makes up most of space. And light is also misunderstood. Light is just what's illuminating for us to see. It's not basically the light that everyone talks about, because the light that everyone talks about is white and the color of dark is black. So you're already by saying dark and light, we're having this racist connotation. Calling them dark and light is fine, but the only problem is that darkness and dark is always associated with something negative. In history, the people who created this concept, it was in Europe. It was people who wrote the books of Christianity. So they would label anything that's bad, dark. Same as demons, how demons are from darkness, or demons in ancient Greece were called daimons, and they're literally divine entities. But the association started with Judeo-Christian dogma that associated darkness, which is the color black, with demons, these evil entities. They just decided to call them demons, and they twisted and changed all of the information. So throughout history, dark became a bad word. Darkness became something that you should fear, something that you should not approach, but the color of dark is black. At nighttime, it's dark. You can witness the moon being so beautiful just in the nighttime, which is dark. But we don't label these things. We don't want to talk about them. The stars are beautiful just because it's dark. There's a lot of beautiful things associated with dark. There's a lot of beautiful things associated with the color black. Black is an empowering, beautiful color. But because of a lot of racist history, the color of light is white. So religion, dogma promoted light because the color is white. You even have the interpretation of Jesus, Well, there was a certain marketing done because they were like, okay, well, we want to promote Christianity to white people, so what are we going to do? We're going to portray Jesus as this white dude with blue eyes. You find it in many churches in Europe that Jesus is a white guy that have blue eyes, and the guy comes from the Middle East. Are you kidding me? You know how Middle Eastern people look like, right? They're dark. They have almost brown skin, and they have brown eyes. They're not blue-eyed people, with white fair skin. But a lot of things have changed, and in history, unfortunately, and I have mentioned this before, when black people from Africa or from certain parts of the world, when they came to Europe for the first time through whatever means, white people, the religious white people, thought that they are the devil, that they are the demons, because they have never seen a black person before. Can you imagine the amount of stupidity that these people had in their minds? It's primitive behavior. You see a different human being that has a different color, which is black, and then you think it's the devil or it's the demon, So they eventually put the emphasis on that association that dark is bad because it's black, So we have to drop these stereotypes. We cannot say dark or darkness are bad anymore. That's one thing. Another thing that's associated with the color black, which is I'm a black witch, black magic. Black magic, it's bad. Black witch, it's bad because you're doing black magic, because you're doing, oh, but I'm a white witch. Like seriously, like I it's fascinating to me when I hear someone straight up telling me or telling someone, I'm a white witch, so I'm a good witch. I'm not a black witch. Because black witches do black magic and they're bad. It's like, do you hear yourself when you say that? So I'm just trying to make you think about these concepts, that these are racist connotations. There's nothing such as a white witch or a black witch or green witch or blue witch. It's just a witch. Do you practice witchcraft? Do you connect to the spirit realm? Do you connect to deities? Do you connect to spirits and ghosts? Are you a medium? Do you have magic within? That's it. Darkness is beautiful. Dark is beautiful. Without the dark, life cannot exist. It's the foundation of the universe. And the color of dark is black. And black is the most powerful color that exists out there, because it houses all the colors. Black takes on everything. Black, we see it black just because it doesn't reflect color. That's why it's beautiful. Because it takes everything. Because it is the foundation. So this nonsense of, oh, a black witch is bad and black magic is bad, and this is all racist terms. It is fed into the culture, into society, for the sheep who are just gonna say it, because these people are smart. They know what they need to do to control people. So they're gonna put these terms and people are just gonna use them without thinking, without questioning. And they're gonna say, yeah, black magic is bad and black witches are bad. They're very, and like, do you hear what you're saying? You're basically being racist without even you realizing it. That's what you're doing. But this has been structured and planned from day one. And unless you're aware, unless you're smart, unless you use this gift, which is the mind, and think about these things, you're gonna fall in the trap that should not be there, because dark is beautiful. I have a book, one of my books, How to Embrace Your Darkness, is where I explain the origin of darkness and what it means, and how it is something that if you don't embrace, you cannot know who you are. You will not know or remember who you are. The only way is to embrace your darkness. But people always associate darkness with bad. They say, oh, my dark self is by the bad things I have done before, No, that's, again, it's a racist connotation in there. Why don't we, okay, sure, then maybe we should label white as a bad thing. How come white is always the good thing? How come white is always the good thing? Think about it. Think about why it's there. It's because there was a certain stupid primitive humans who decided that it's gonna be that. So don't just follow them, use your mind. Don't just, follow something because someone said it or wrote it. And another thing as well, which is interesting about, we have this, the evil eye. This is a racist from a different perspective against the white people. But this is not as known as darkness and black, because for darkness and black, it's worldwide. I don't know why, but it's really worldwide, which is really, it should not be that way. But in certain parts of the world, especially in the Middle East, you have this talisman that represents protection from evil eye or repelling the evil eye. And I have one here. It's always like this. I'm sure many of you are accustomed to it. Some of you use it. You guys have seen it. And it's really prominent in many countries in the Middle East. They always use it. They always use it to protect from evil eye, basically. It's like the hand of Fatima or the Hamza, or many people call it different names, the hand with the eye. That also repels evil eye. So I'm sure you've seen this before. But another racist connotation with this is that Why is it blue like this? Why is it always blue? Why it's always a blue eye? Because if you look at it, it's always a blue eye. It's not red, it's not green, it's not black. Why is it blue eye? Why is it blue? It's actually for the same reasons that darkness that I mentioned earlier when black people went for the first time in Europe. The history of this is that when white people who have blue eyes for the first time went to the Middle East, they were thought as either witches or cursed or the devil as well. They were thought of as the people who were the cursed ones, the wicked ones, the ones who are different because they have blue eyes. Because in the Middle East, people have brown eyes or very dark eyes. They don't have blue eyes or green eyes. And this was created as the sign to keep the blue-eyed people away. As like protection, it's like, don't come here, that's evil. Can you imagine? That's the story behind it. That's the story behind it. So, and that's why it's always blue-eyed, and this stuff has existed for hundreds of years, and people never questioned that. They just kept using it. They never questioned why it's blue. I mean, it does look nice, it does look beautiful, but when you think about the origin of why it's there, it makes you think about our history, about the amount of misconceptions that we were fed for millennia, right? So I just wanted to talk about this too, because it is clearly a racist thing as well. Similarly to the color black, this is also an interpretation, but from the other side of the spectrum. So the more we become aware about these things, and especially in the occult, when we call someone, oh, they're doing black magic, they're evil, you're literally saying black is evil. That's what you're saying, which is wrong. That should not be said. So we should always be aware of these things when we use them, when we talk about them, when we interact with them, especially in the occult, in practices, in witchcraft. Because the more you label yourself something and associate negativity with it, that indirectly makes you ignorant, racist. I always call myself the dark mage. I am dark. I have a book that talks about how to embrace darkness. And I'm very vocal about it, and I'm not scared to say it because there's nothing to be scared of, because I'm aware it's not bad. I'm aware it's not negative. Just because someone wrote it hundreds of years ago in a book, it doesn't mean that I have to follow it, because I use my mind and I think. So hopefully this will make you think about these labels and these misconceptions and these racist connotations that exist in the occult. Thank you again for watching. Let me know, what do you think about this subject in the comment section, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.